on, guys? It's me, David Films here. Welcome back to an episode of NHL 17, New York Rangers franchise. In this episode, we are going to be doing the Stanley Cup Final against the LA Kings. Now, this is a rematch from a couple years back. The Kings did take it in 7 games. I believe it was in double overtime, but that was before I started watching hockey, so I might have gotten that wrong. But it was a very intense game, and let's take a look at their starting lineup. They got Mike Hoffman, Anze Kopitar, and Tyler Toffoli. Absolutely terrific first line. Second line, Tanner Pearson, Jeff Carter, and Alexander Burmistrov. It could be better, but it's still pretty solid, especially with Jeff Carter down the middle. They also have Dustin Brown, Nick Shore, and Trevor Lewis on the third line. That's pretty good. And Kyle Clifford, Ben Smith, and Cody McLeod. 2 grinders are on the fourth line, and that's pretty solid. But here is the meat of this team. Jake Muzzin, Drew Doughty, Derek Forbert, Alec Martinez, Eric Cernak, never heard of him, but I guess he still has potential, and Zach Trotman. So they have a phenomenal D-core, especially with Drew Doughty. Absolutely superstar right there. And they have Jonathan Quick and Sergei Bobrovsky. Oh my God. They have 2 elite goaltenders. That's going to be hard to stop. But right here are the guys that need to get the puck past those 2 guys. We have Panarin, Stepan, and Zuccarello on our first line. Parise, who we got in that trade. Zibanejad and Kane. We also have Brandon Peary on our third line, followed by JT Miller and Chris Kreider playing down there on the third line. If Chris Kreider's playing on the third line, then we know we have a stacked top 6. Kevin Hayes, Cedric Paquette, and Leo Komarov are going to round out the offense. And the opposite of Drew Doughty is Ryan McDonough. His partner in crime is Oscar Klefbom, followed by Justin Schultz and Mark Stahl, offense and defense right there. Brendan Gooley and Brady Ski are going to round out our defensive core. I think they might have us on defense, but I think we have them on offense. And we also have Malcolm Subban and Brandon Halverson. Subban has played phenomenal. I can't stress this enough. He has been playing perfect all up until this game. Hopefully he can continue that. But we're going up against Jonathan Quick and Sergei Bobrovsky. That's freaking insane. Right here, I try to boost the morale of the team. But, of course, everything I say just goes against me. So here we go. Game number 1 of the Stanley Cup Final against the LA Kings. Let's see what happens here in the first period. This is times 16 simulation. I put it up to times 8, but in the video I edited it to times 2, so it should go fast. And Artemi Panarin gets the icebreaker. He gets one by Jonathan Quick, and that will be the only goal of the first period. Second period action right here. Let's see who can score right now. The Rangers are out shooting the Kings, which is good because we need to pepper the goaltenders with shots. But Tanner Pearson's going to tie this one up on Malcolm Subban. That's the only goal of the second period. Third period action here about halfway through. Who will be the hero? Who will be the hero? The Rangers are leading in shots, and it's getting close to the end of the game. 1 minute left, 52 seconds, and we're going into overtime. Oh my gosh, overtime period. Who will win the game for either team, Kings or Rangers? And it will be a double overtime. Oh my gosh, great game right here by both defenses and both goalies, I guess. 42 shots to 46. Rangers are winning. And right here, Mika Zibanejad gets one in on Jonathan Quick. Double overtime about 2 minutes in. And Mika Zibanejad ends the game. Let's take a look at the 3 stars. Malcolm Subban is your first. Jonathan Quick is your second. And Zibanejad is your third. Of course, he got the game-winning goal. And that's just called big-time hockey. We take game number 1 against the LA Kings. Now here in game number 2, Rangers trying to continue to have that momentum carrying on into this game. Right now they're getting heavily outshot by the Kings. They're sort of caught back up. But Anze Kopitar is going to score the first goal of this game on Subban, and you sort of just have to account for him. He is going to score like crazy. He's a 94 overall. But Brady Ski, the young third-line defenseman, gets one on Jonathan Quick. Oh my gosh, this game is tied up once again going into the third period. This time, can it end in the third period, not overtime? Shots are about even. Rangers a little bit down. Tons of power plays for the Rangers. They're all killed off by the Kings in that great defense. And with 22 seconds left, Anze Kopitar strikes and scores. That is his second goal of the game. He gets the first star. Subban gets the second, and Quick gets the third. But Anze Kopitar stepping up big for the LA Kings, and they're putting up a fight. We can't put our put our foot off the gas pedal. And right here, Brandon Peary on the third line strikes on Jonathan Quick, but Jeff Carter is going to respond with a goal of his own late in the first period. Once again, we're all tied up at 1. Hopefully someone can break the streak of going into the third period tied at 1. Right here, 5 minutes left to go in the second period. Who can step up? And nobody. So once again, tied 1-1 going in the third. Power play for the Rangers is killed off. They are out shooting the Kings. Another power play. It's killed off. The Rangers are heavily out shooting the Kings right now. Can they capitalize on this? Chris Kreider, Matt Zuccarello, and the game is over 3-1 as the New York Rangers take a 2-1 lead in this series. Jonathan Quick is your first star, Chris Kreider is your second, and Brandon Peary is your third. Now here in game number 4, the Rangers with that 2-1 series lead. Can they continue to strike? Right here, Artemi Panarin, first line left winger, getting it done. The former youngster, he was always the youngster, now he's the veteran, and he's going to get one in on Jonathan Quick. Second period action, Jake Muzzin, the first line defenseman, puts one past Malcolm Subban. Now Mike Hoffman, the former Ottawa Senator, also gets one on Subban. Back-to-back goals pretty quickly within 6 minutes. Now third period action, power play for the Kings. It is killed off. The Rangers need something, but Jeff Carter is going to pretty much put this game on ice. It is a 2-goal lead, which is the worst lead in hockey. Can anything happen? Chris Kreider, and that's going to be the end of the game. So that was a pretty close game there at the end. Chris Kreider scoring. Jake Muzzin is your first star. Anze Kopitar is your second, and Jeff Carter is your third. Both goaltenders were not stars in that game, which means they must have not done that well, but just fantastic offense in that game for the LA Kings. So now the series is tied back up at 2. First period action in game number 5. Who will score first? No scoring there in the first period. Power play for the Rangers is killed off by the Kings. 10 minutes left to go in the second period here. Let's see who can step up and score. The shots are pretty much about even. Power play is killed off right there. Another power play for the Kings. That was a long one. It's killed off. And JT Miller gets one in on Jonathan Quick. And another one, Artemi Panarin, with a shot from the slot. I believe that was. I think it was from the slot. And Artemi Panarin is going to get the goal that clinches the game. Malcolm Subban with a shutout, 31 saves for him. He's the first star. JT Miller's the second, and Oscar Klefbom is the third. Now here in game number 6. This is an elimination game. Can the Rangers beat the Kings to win the cup? 5-on-4 power play for the Kings, rather. It's killed off by the Rangers. Another power play. This time Jake Muzzin again. It's responded immediately by Mika Zibanejad there on the second line, and we're going to the second period tied. Brady Ski on Jonathan Quick gets a 2-1 lead. 5-on-4 power play for the Rangers. Everything is going in the Rangers' favor. Can the Kings answer back, or will this be it of the Stanley Cup playoffs? Another power play is killed off by the Rangers. Another power play. Power plays all over the place. The Rangers are out shooting the Kings. Dustin Brown gets one on Malcolm Subban with about 8 minutes left. Then Nick Shore with 3. Oh my gosh. And Tyler Toffoli ices the game. He finally scores a goal, and the Los Angeles Kings win the game 4-2. Nick Shore is your first start. Dustin Brown is your second, and I think Kopitar was your third. I might have saw that right there. I didn't get to see in time. But here we are, game number 7 of the 2000 and something Stanley Cup play. It's just been forever. The Rangers are back in it. Game number 7. Hopefully it won't pan out like it did last time right here in the first period. That's going to be Mike Hoffman with a nice shot. Within a minute, less than a minute into the game, and they are up 1-0. That is called a fast start right there, ladies and gentlemen, as that is his 8th goal of the playoffs. Now let's see what the Rangers can do to answer back. This is Artemi Panarin skating this one out of his zone across the red line up into the offensive zone. He's going to shoot one. It's deflected away by Quick. This is going to be recovered now back to McDonough, back down to Zuccarello, back to McDonough. McDonough a drive! Saved by Quick, but he's going to keep this one in play to Doughty. Doughty pressured. McDonough steps up. A drive! And a goal! Ryan McDonough, the captain, gets the first goal of the game for the New York Rangers and ties this one up at 1. Oh my gosh. Nice play right there by the captain. Just step up and just put a bomb. That's his first goal of the playoffs. Now right here, this is going to be Alexander Burmistrov centering one, and it's a goal. Answered right back by Jeff Carter. That center sniper, he can do some serious damage. 88 overall, and he's a phenomenal player. Nice pass by Burmistrov right into the middle, and that set Jeff Carter up with his 7th goal of the playoffs. Here is Trevor Lewis skating this one in, pass to the slot. It's picked off by a Ranger, but it's going to be recovered right here. This is going to be Chris Kreider, though, with a breakaway opportunity on Alec Martinez. He shoots, and he scores! Chris Kreider ties this one back up at 2, and the Rangers are not letting the Kings get any kind of lead. Jonathan Quick embarrassed right there on that shot. There wasn't much of an angle as Kreider came from the outside. But hey, that's his 5th goal of the playoffs, and that's a big one here in the first period. This puck is going to be dumped in by the Kings. It's going to be kicked away right here. This is Kevin Hayes recovering it in the neutral zone. He's going to skate all the way through, fire a shot, and Kevin Hayes, oh my gosh, the fourth line right winger puts one past Jonathan Quick. Quick is not on his game tonight, and that shot was fast. It was quick, if you could say, if you would pardon me to say. What am I saying? And that is his fourth goal of the playoffs. Kevin Hayes with a nice shot right there to put the Rangers up by 1. This is Trotman to Hoffman, back up to Toffoli, down low to Kopitar, and it's a rebound and a goal. But the refs are calling it off. Why are they calling off? A nice pass right there by Tyler Toffoli. Anze Kopitar fighting in the paint against Malcolm Subban, and I guess they're going to call that goaltender interference. Kopitar must have backed up into Subban. Yeah, right here, his momentum just carries him back into Subban. It was a nice goal by Hoffman, I believe that was, who shot it off the rebound, but Anze Kopitar was fighting in the paint with Malcolm Subban, so that's not going to be a goal at all. Here's Zuccarello to Derek Stepan now. Stepan, a 2-on-1 situation. Artemi Panarin, a backhand saved by Quick. This is Stepan still with possession, skates to the middle and is pushed away. Now here in the second period, about halfway through, this is going to be Alexander Burmistrov in the corner. He's played heavily by Zuccarello, but he's pushed off the puck. This is going to be to Trevor Lewis, back to the slot, and a goal! I believe that was Nick Shore, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Nick Shore puts one past Subban right there in the middle of the slot. That was a nice feed by Trevor Lewis, and that is his 6th goal of the playoffs. So this game's all tied up with 4 minutes left to go in the second period. This is going to be Kevin Hayes once again. Very dangerous shot, as you saw earlier. He's going to skate around the net. He's going to get pushed off a bit, but a nice opportunity. Skates to the front, and Kevin Hayes gets his 2nd goal of the game. Oh my gosh, the scoring is insane. 7 goals in the first 37 minutes. Am I doing the math right? I hope so, or that's going to be embarrassing. That's his 2nd goal tonight. 6th of the playoffs, I think that said. And a power play is coming up here for the LA Kings. It is going to be on Mika Zibanejad. Let's take a look at what the penalty was. He's simply just going to skate in and just absolutely destroy Drew Doughty. That was the charge right there, and that is going to be good enough for a 2-minute power play. Here's Nick Shore skating in the zone, back to Toffoli. Toffoli steps up and just fires one. All the Rangers were back trying to play against the goal line there, and that just wasn't working out. So all that room to step in, and of course Tyler Toffoli will make you pay. You can't let him do that. That is his 11th goal of the playoffs. He's had a phenomenal playoffs. And, yeah, not good right here for the Rangers. A lot of pressure here with 13 minutes left to go in the third period. This game is all tied up. Here's Matt Zuccarello on the break. Fires! Score! Matt Zuccarello! Oh, my gosh, a late goal. 12 minutes left to go in the third period. And what an absolute snipe by Zuccarello. A 5-4 game. It now is in the Rangers' favor. That is his 6th goal of the playoffs, and it couldn't be any bigger than that. Here's Jeff Carter skating in, and a save by Subban, but it's punched away there by the forechecker. Now a breakaway. I believe this is Evander Kane going in, firing, and a save by Quick. He keeps his team in this game. Jonathan Quick has not been that good tonight, but he keeps his team alive. Right here, a backhander by Parise is blocked away. This is Zibanejad. Now Parise is going to skate around looking for a pass opportunity. Goalie a drive. It's going to be blocked away. This is going to be pressured here by Evander Kane in the corner. It's going to be punched out to Lewis. It's going to be recovered. A backhand shot barely just goes wide off of Zibanejad's stick. Here's Martinez being pressured. A Ranger steps up. This is going to be a one-timer bomb! Oh my gosh, what a play! Zach Parise just spoon-fed Evander Kane right there. And Evander Kane, we all know, has a shot. And he just rockets that one right by Jonathan Quick for his 6th of the playoffs. And the Rangers, just like that, take a 2-goal lead with 7 minutes left to go in this game. They just have to kill 7 minutes off, and it's all over. Right here, centering pass, save, rebound, and it's going to be recovered by Jonathan Quick, and things are getting a little feisty here in New York. This is going to be cycled around to Burmistrov. What a save by Malcolm Subban. And it's going to be kicked out. Here comes Artemi Panarin. Panarin on a break. Panarin in. Fire saved by Quick. This is going to be Cernak now skinning foul. Okay, never mind. That was the whole sequence. Never mind. Here's Jeff Carter's pass. 1 minute left to go. The Rangers with a 2-goal lead. They will pull their goalie sometime. Here's a super save by a Superman. Malcolm Ice Subban has just saved the game. Oh my gosh, look at this save. A diving save on whoever that was trying to shoot the puck, but it was not good. There's a shot blocked away, and this is going to be Leo Komarov skating this one out, but it's taken away by Smith. It's going to be punched right back in, and the Rangers now have to play keep away, as that pass is going to be way off target, but at least it's fired out. Drew Doughty recovers it. 36 seconds left to go. The Rangers with a 2-goal lead. Doughty to Smith, over to Mullen. Mullen to Hoffman, back to Muzzin, not Mullen, what am I talking about? And it's intercepted again! Mark Stahl, but it's kept in the zone! It's alive, Hoffman, quick passing here, Kopitar, a shot, saved by Subban, and once again, things are getting a little feisty. Oh my gosh, the Rangers, 20 seconds away from their revenge. Stepan wins the draw, it's skated out by Panarin, past the red line, empty net, he fires and scores! Artemi Panarin puts the Rangers up by 3, and that will be the Stanley Cup. Oh my gosh, what a run right here in the playoffs by the New York Rangers. They know it's over, and Artemi Panarin, with his 10th goal of the playoffs, pretty much ices this game. 6 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's all over! The New York Rangers are Stanley Cup champions! They beat the Los Angeles Kings and get their revenge from a little while back. Oh my gosh, what a series, what a season for the Rangers. A lot of it was just, to be honest with you, I think a lot of it was luck, but still, I mean, Malcolm Subban played phenomenal. Oh my gosh, this playoffs. We'll take a look at his stats here at the end, or maybe in the next episode, which will be the final episode. But here we go. It is the handshake between the two teams. This is like no other sports, the handshake. You see Quick and Subban shaking hands, and Malcolm Subban is going to win your Conn Smythe. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's a nice sight to see. McDonough played well. Kopitar played well. Both teams played so well. Both the captains, both the leaders from both teams played so well. And the Rangers fans are loving it. As I believe the last game was in Los Angeles in the other Stanley Cup Finals. They get that Game 7. But right here it comes back to New York and they win it. And that's a good sight to see. Ryan McDonough hoists the Stanley Cup. And that's just perfect. That's a perfect ending to this season. Perfect ending to this series. Evander Kane now, what a season he's had. Artemi Panarin, the once youngster, now turned veteran, has really put the team on his back in terms of scoring. Here, who is this? I can't tell. Is that Clefbaum? It is Clefbaum. He didn't really develop the way I wanted to, but that trade, I told you, hold on. I told you that trade for Panarin, Clefbaum, and Subban would all work out, and look at all three of those guys right here hoisting the Stanley Cup. I told you, all you had to do is trust me. That's all you had to do, and look at this picture right here. This is just such a good ending to this series. Thank you. And, thank you all for watching this series. I know it's not the best on YouTube. I'll try to improve it, but it doesn't matter. The New York Rangers are Stanley Cup champions. Comment, rate, subscribe. Remember your veggies. Go to school. Dan Carr Films out. Peace.